Now we're just going to create a very quick little summary of what we've done today. Again, we've been using Windows Movie Maker, and again we stressed at the beginning of this sequence that the important steps here is to make sure you get organised before you start. So again, we're using Windows Explorer to get our files together, using Picasa to actually prepare the photos, put some text on them, improve them. And then once you've got all your files together, we're then ready to use Movie Maker to actually produce a video sequence. Now you can see here that this is Movie Maker, we can see on screen here, and when you look at it you can see you've got some basic parts of the screen. Over on the right hand side here we actually have like a storyboard where you can change the sequence of your pictures and actually see what's happening. So as you hit play you can actually see the little move head will go through it, and you can actually see that over here on the left hand side you're going to actually see your movie going through. So those are the two important parts of this screen. Is on the right hand side you've got the storyboard, on the left hand side you've got the actual play section where you can see what's going on. Now up the top of your screen up here we have our usual menu structure where you can actually go through and choose options. So from the home menu is probably the one where you're going to put the most time, and you can see that the very first thing we did there was this first one here, which was adding videos and photos. So once we chose that option we got the ability to go through and choose which videos, which clips we wanted to use, and then when they appeared on our storyboard we were then okay to actually go and make changes to them. Now a few of the other things that we quickly went through and did today, we looked at how we can actually drag these storyboard pieces around. So if I just stop that, and if we have a look over here, if we decide that look I want to be able to move this one here, I can just pick it up and drag it across, and obviously if I wanted to I could go and select a whole series of photos, like shift click or control click and move them all in one go. Another thing we realised that is if we don't particularly like a photo we can just click on that one, and then we can either use the remove button, which is up here on the top of the screen, or just delete on the keyboard, we'll get rid of it. So we can add in extra videos and photos, we can remove them or delete them, we can change the sequence. A couple of other things we did is, remember we used the auto movie feature, which is up the top up here, that one just there, and the auto movie just helps us, it creates a title page. It puts a nice little transition between all of our clips, and if you want to we can even apply some pan and zoom, and it puts in a little credit section at the bottom where you have at the end. So it's a way of just making your videos just that little bit more presentable, a little bit more professional looking. The last thing we did just before we finished up today, we were playing around, we were looking at our clips, and we were looking at the animations tab up the top up here, that one just there, and we were looking at how we can actually experiment and try out different transitions between our different pictures and just see how they look. To be honest, there's lots of cute things there, but I suspect that just fading from one shot to the other is going to be the one you'll use the most. And then on the right hand side you see we actually have all the pan and zoom effects that we can choose from as well, and again all we have to do is hover your mouse over those to test them out. Last thing we did is we saved our work. So I suggest you give that all a lot of practice during the week. Bring in some photos and some video next week with your cameras that we can experiment on. See you next week.